Nurani Kids Network. The arrogant king and the Kaaba.
Entire neighborhoods have been reduced to rubble. Many families are still trapped beneath the debris, waiting for help that cannot reach them. Hospitals are overwhelmed, and basic necessities like food and water are running out. Despite international calls for a ceasefire, the bombing continues.
That
Aid
boy
trucks
looks like he's my
remain
age.
blocked at the border, leaving thousands, including children, in desperate...
Oh, what happened?
All right, boys, it's past your bedtime.
Can't we stay up a little longer?
Me? Why does Allah let bad people get away with hurting others?
That's a good question, Zaid. You know, that reminds me of the story of Abraha, the evil king who tried to destroy the Kaaba. But that's a story for another time. You two need to get to bed.
Just one story.
Yeah, tell us. We'll go to bed right after, promise.
All right, one story. But then it's straight to bed. Deal?
Deal.
It's about a man who thought he was the strongest. A long time ago, in the lands of Yemen, there lived a ruler named Abraha. He was a Christian king with a powerful army and huge elephants brought all the way from Africa. His temple in Yemen was grand and fancier than anything in Arabia. But Abraha had a problem. No matter how fancy his palace was, the people still went to Mecca, to the Kaaba, that simple little house that wasn't fancy, but it belonged to Allah. Abraha thought he was the strongest. He had soldiers, elephants, and a huge army. But his heart was filled with arrogance. He wanted to control what belonged to Allah.
If they won't come to me, then I'll destroy their Kaaba!
Abraha was a powerful king. He ruled Yemen and wanted to be known across Arabia. So he built a grand cathedral, the biggest, fanciest house of worship anyone had ever seen. He told the people, "Come here for Hajj, forget the Kaaba. This place is better." But no one came.
Why didn't they go to Abraha's place?
Because the people knew the Kaaba was special. It wasn't just a building, it was Allah's house. Then one day, someone desecrated his temple. Some say they burned it, others say they made it filthy on purpose as a way to protest.
If they won't respect my house, I'll destroy theirs!
He gathered a massive army, thousands of soldiers, and elephants, giant African elephants brought from Abyssinia. As they marched towards the Kaaba, they looted towns and villages along the way. And among the things they took were 200 camels. They belonged to Mecca's leader, Abdul-Muttalib. Abraha thought he was the strongest. He had power, wealth, and a terrifying army. But his heart was filled with arrogance. He wanted to control what belonged to Allah.
He really thought he could destroy the Kaaba.
He truly believed no one could stop him. But Allah doesn't need big armies to defend the truth. He humbles the proud with whatever He wills.
My lord, the chief of Quraysh has arrived.
Send him in!
Abdul-Muttalib, the grandfather of the Prophet, peace be upon him, was the leader of Mecca. Even Abraha was surprised by how noble and majestic he looked.
So, you are the chief of this city?
I am.
Speak your request. I assume you've come to beg me not to destroy your Kaaba.
No, I've come to ask for my camels. Your men took 200 from me.
Camels? That is your concern. I come to destroy your sanctuary, your sacred house, and all you care about are your camels?
Abraha thought Abdul-Muttalib would plead for mercy, but instead, he heard this.
I am the lord of the camels, but the Kaaba has a lord of its own, and he will protect it.
He would not defend it from me.
Then that is between you and him.
Give him back his camels.
Abdul-Muttalib returned to Mecca.
What do we do? They're almost here.
We do not fight them. The Kaaba has its own Lord, and he will protect it. Take your families. Find shelter in the hills. Go!
And so they waited.
He really believed Allah would stop them.
He knew it deep in his heart, because in Islam, strength isn't just in fighting. It's in surrendering to Allah's will with full trust.
Your Honor, there's no one left. They've all fled.
Then we finish what we came to do. Push the elephant. Destroy the Kaaba.
Move, go, beast. We've tried everything. It won't take a single step toward the Kaaba.
Try another direction.
It moves. It's fine.
Turn it back towards the Kaaba.
Even the elephant knew this was no ordinary place, and this was no ordinary battle.
Was the elephant scared?
Maybe Allah didn't let it move because this was His house, and no one can touch it without His permission.
What is that? It's not a cloud.
Then came the birds, little birds sent by Allah, each one carrying stones, one in its beak, one in each claw.
Just birds?
Yes, little birds with small stones, and those stones brought down a whole army.
They're everywhere. Run!
No. Stand your ground. March forward.
Allah doesn't need big armies to defend the truth. He humbles the proud with whatever He wills. The army that thought no one could stop them was stopped by creatures no one expected. When the dust settled, the army was gone. Nothing was left behind but silence and the fallen. Abraha tried to flee, but his body was struck with a
Help
terrible
me,
disease.
please.
His fingertips
Anyone.
fell off, his skin rotted, and by the time he made it back to Yemen, he was no longer the man who left. That was the end of the army of the elephant. Do you know what Allah is teaching in Surah Al-Fil? Zaid, why don't you recite it for us?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
So even if it looks like people are too powerful, Allah can stop them with anything?
That's right. He doesn't need armies. He can use birds or wind or even time itself, but He always protects what belongs to Him.
Ya Allah, protect the people of Gaza, like you protected the Kaaba.
Thanks for all your support. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to help us make more awesome Islamic content for kids, check out the link in the description below.